Guza to the lovers of Africa and her descendants. Today we are going to be talking about the possible things that the government can do, to change the lives of people in Africa. I have taken my time, to write out possible things I think that can help to improve the lives of people in Africa. We don't need to only be criticizing the government. We have to also provide solutions to the challenges that we are facing in Africa. So, improving the lives of citizens in Africa involves addressing a range of complex challenges such as economic development, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and governance. There are some others, but we are going to talk about some of these ones that I have listed here. The government can take various measures to address some of these issues that we are facing in Africa. First, investing in infrastructure, which is one of the major things we need now in Africa. The government should invest heavily in infrastructure, like the road network that will enable the movement of people and also the goods. If there is a movement of the people freely within the country or across the country, freely with less restriction, then definitely there will be increase in the productivity of that nation, and also the economy will increase. That is why we must invest heavily in our road network, ensuring that the people in the rural area can actually have access to a good road to the urban area. So the government of Africa must invest in public transportation network, bridges, if possible agree to link the whole regions in Africa with train. It will really help African economy to grow. Another thing that the government of Africa should do in order to tackle some of these challenges we are facing in Africa is to start implementing policies that will, promote a conducive environment for businesses and encourage or support small and medium enterprises, so that those ones will create jobs for the people and reduce poverty, unemployment in a nation or in Africa. If policies of the government are not conducive for the small businesses and medium enterprise, then they will close, they will shut down, and if they shut down, people that are eating from that area will be jobless. So the government should look at some of their policies that are harsh or hard for the small and medium enterprise or for businesses. Another thing that the government can also do to tackle some of these challenges is to invest in our healthcare system. There's a need for healthcare improvements in all the states in Africa. It's no longer a news that many, because of the dilapidated nature of our health system, a lot of health professionals are leaving the continent to Europe, America. Why? They are leaving because our own government are not seeing the potentials they have. So the government of UK, the government of US, Canada, and others are seeing the potentials that some of these people have, some of these professionals. So they have absorbed them into their own system to make their own country better, while Africa will be struggling, will be suffering. You see the reason why the government should invest, reform our health care system, and train more health professionals, pay them well, take good care of them, and ensure that the people in the rural area also have access to essential medicines, just the way the people in the urban area will have access to good and quality healthcare system. If the government cannot invest in the health of their people, then there will be problem. Our people should be able also to have access to clean water, good roads, and there should be good sanitation. Addressing some of these issues may be very complex, just as I said earlier, but another way the government can actually use to tackle some of these issues is to invest heavily in our education. There should be education reforms. Yes, sir. Because enhancing the education system, and providing access to quality education and training, and investing in vocational training programs can equip citizens with the necessary skills to participate in the job market, leading to increased productivity and overall development. If you cannot invest in education, then the government is the nation is in trouble. There's so many people that are leaving the continent of Africa. If you ask them, they'll tell you there's no good road, there's no good education, there's no good healthcare system, there's no this, there's no that. If the government can tackle some of those things, it will reduce the jackpot system that we have now in Africa. Another thing is, we know that agriculture is a source of livelihood for so many Africans. The government should carry out agricultural reforms. The government should start investing in modern agricultural techniques, providing access to irrigation and supporting poor farmers with resources and training. Without that, there will be scarcity of food. So the government should carry out a reform in our agricultural sector. If the government of Africa can do all this without fostering regional development or cooperation, then we cannot move forward, because there is a need for people in Cameroon to have access to so many things in Nigeria, for Nigeria to have access to so many things in Ghana, for Ghana to have access to so many things in Guinea-Bissau, for Guinea-Bissau to have access to things in Mali, for Mali to have access to things in Guinea-Bissau, Burkina Faso, for Burkina Faso to have access to things in Niger to have access to things in South Africa, for South Africa to have access to things in Zambia, for Zambia to have access to things in Zimbabwe, for Zimbabwe to have access to things in Congo, in Central Republic of Africa. All those areas, there should be a regional cooperation and encourage the citizens also to intermingle and do things as brothers and sisters. It will really help us, and also help our economy. As we are cooperating as one people, the government should also invest in renewable energy, which is very, very important. We are going to change things and make Africa great again. It may take time.